So it's amazing making those monthly dividend payments. It really is just one aspect of many, just demonstrating the power of the stock market and some of the many benefits that come from stock market investing. I roll these out once a month, guys, and chronicle what the month's earnings are on the holdings, what the holdings are, and what the payments are. So you're going to want to stick around, guys. These are a lot of fun. So October was a fairly light month for us. It was just a little over $350, nothing to shake a stick at. I'm just a working class fella. I come onto YouTube and I share my story. For anybody out there that can sit across and relate with my message as well, and really kind of getting inspired to do the same thing. And I would encourage anybody to take on the prospects of wealth building. Maybe you're not, have never really thought about investing in that manner. And I'm looking to break down those barriers for folks and share with people what I do to seek my exposure. I'm looking to buy the best companies out there that I possibly can. These are all companies that you have probably heard of in your life. So nothing too crazy. And I don't believe you have to be the sharpest tool in the shed to enjoy some of the many lucrative benefits of the stock market. So with that, guys, we're going to jump you into the dividend payouts for October, and we're going to chronicle how we earned $357 this month in passive dividend income. Please enjoy. So these videos are pretty fun. These are released monthly to provide you guys an update on how we're looking for the dividend income. Each month, I was initially doing these every week, and I was earning a very, very consistent weekly dividend income. And I think into the future, as I, get older in my life and get closer to retirement, I don't even know what that means anymore. I'll probably continue to work indefinitely, which is something that I enjoy doing. These dividend renderings here all go back into the underlying stock, but it could very easily be turned off, and the dividend reinvestment program that I'm part of can be turned off to render these in real dollars. And I think it could be very attractive for anybody out there that's maybe catching my message for the first time in understanding the power of the stock market and in understanding the importance of dividend growth investing. These are all single stocks. I'm looking through here, and most of these holdings, minus the 𝑪𝑢𝑠𝑡𝑜𝑚 holding, is tax protected. So not a very heavy dividend month for me in the month of October. And this doesn't quite capture the entire month of October, but it's pretty close. And the bottom line here for the month of October is just over $350. Nothing too crazy, but nothing to shake a stick at. Honestly, I look at these amounts now tongue-in-cheek, and if you were to have convinced me that I'd be making this kind of money now, having really not being an investor seriously, especially on the self-directed side of the house, for very long, and in a manner that I would consider doing it right. I have been investing for a long time, and through trial and error have really evolved to this place where I feel like I've got a lot of investing experience, yes, but an ability to demonstrate to you guys how I seek out my exposure through the best quality assets across multiple sectors, trying to get as much diversification, at least from a single stock perspective, that I can on my dividend growth program, and then seek out the rest of the true diversification through passive investing and ETF exposure. To each his own. It's really up to you guys how you look to seek out your exposure. But if you stay with me long enough, you'll understand that I'm more geared toward value, best of breed type of investing with a hybrid mix of passive investing. And the reason why I do that, I try to achieve about a 50-50 split, 50% of the total overall assets to passive investing, and about 50% of my assets in a single stock or dividend growth strategy. And those single stocks do account for some speculative play as well. It's not totally dividend growth, but that's really where I try to angle most of that remaining 50% of the portfolio value is in those real gems of the stock market, best of breed companies that have been paying a dividend for not multiple years, but we're talking multiple decades. There is a dividend king on this list as well as a few. There's two kings actually with 𝑪𝑢𝑠𝑡�𝑜𝑚 and Coca-Cola. So, nice to see that stuff. And then a spackling. The rest of them, I believe, are all aristocrats. I don't think W.P. Carey is. I think Realty Income is probably getting close, but they've all paid for multiple years, and their dividend history is quite good. So starting off at the top here, Cisco, nice dividend. Buy me a little bit more than one share of the stock on the dividend reinvestment program. Right below that, W.P. Carey, which is a quarterly dividend payer at $53. That's why this payout's a little bit bigger. And then right below it, Realty Income, ticker symbol O, pays monthly. This one's at $30.70. So that's why that's a little bit smaller. It does pay a nice dividend, but it's every month. So pretty awesome. That's kind of a mainstay on these dividend payment videos. Right below that, Philip Morris. So we got the SIN stocks back to back. This used to be the same company. But look at that. Almost half of the dividend income, $60 and $86 respectively here in these two offerings. So pretty fantastic there. And, we'll continue to own those to embolden this dividend income in the portfolio. And then the only healthcare offering in the mix here is Merck. Nice dividend, just over $30 there. Quarterly dividend paying in Merck. It's my only position that I have in the Roth IRA. So, of course, these dividends roll back into the underlying holding and buy me more. So this dividend payout should increase the next quarter and the quarter after that as the dividend compounding effect takes place. And Kimberly-Clark here in the Staples section, very nice, just shy of $30 at $27. And then finally, the king that I talked about here in Coca-Cola at just over $25 of the payout. So nothing really too crazy when you look at it from an individual basis, but when you look at it from a bottom line perspective, I think anybody, and this is an off month for me, mind you, 350 is fairly anemic. As we roll into November, it's going to be up close to 900. And then December is a beast. It's a monster, close to $1,400 of proposed income here for dividend income. But October being slightly light, I think a lot of people out there that are wondering about what it really looks like. Is investing really worth it? Can you make money with investing? I've done nothing but just hold this stock. That's it. These dividend renderings are just that. It's dividend income passively earned through the course of just owning the underlying security, and cumulatively, these just so happen to be paid in October. So I roll these out as a cumulative amount here at $357.57. So with that, guys, I'll kick you back to YouTube and we can conclude the video. Thank you so much. So we've come out of the dividend report for October. I think there's a lot of people out there that would appreciate a few extra $100 in retirement. I think that can be the difference between a grocery bill or a utility bill. I think every little bit helps. And I think the idea is to wealth protect and wealth preserve your money now in the event that you need that money later. And dividend income is a great way to do it. I disclosed through this video that the dividends are being rolled back into the underlying security. And the idea there is that as we're building up those positions now, we can eventually turn the faucet off later and look to render some of that as actual cash income. It's income that I don't need now, and I find more value in building the positions. So that's what we're doing now, but we're setting ourselves up for a very, very lucrative decision down the line. And I want to encourage each and every one of you guys to challenge yourself in the prospects of what dividend income could mean for you and your family in the future, guys. It's very, very powerful. Dividend income and compounding growth are just incredible reasons to invest in the stock market. And hopefully, this video hit home in providing a testimonial to you guys in how I seek out and earn my dividend income. If it's your first time to the message, guys, you want to hit the subscribe button for me, hit the notification bell if you appreciate these messages, leave your comments at the bottom, and finally share the message with anybody out there that you know may be looking to build a little bit of a dividend growth strategy. I'm pretty good at it. This video proved some of the renderings on a fairly light month. It's going to get interesting going into November and December of 2020 as those dividend payouts really start to get interesting and they really do ramp up. But anybody out there can really respect the fact that I've made a few extra $100 in October, and I've done so passively through dividend growth investing, guys. And so thank you so much for tuning into the message, and good luck in your investment future.